Hello, everyone. Today we have Mrs. Wanitha Ashok with us. Such a renowned personality. I'm so honored and privileged to have her. I mean, we as Sugarfit is really privileged to have her as our first podcast speaker with us. A hearty welcome to our show, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Annie. Hi, guys.
Lovely. Ma'am, it is truly an honor to have been appointed as a brand ambassador of Fit India movement. So we want to really, ask you a few questions on how was your journey, what really motivated you, and you have your own Get Fit India mission too. So could you, please elaborate on the same?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. You know what? Get Fit India was my mission. Okay. So this was 21 years ago when I first certified as an aerobic instructor. And when I went through the manuals, the studies, and all that, I realized lots of us are working out for only two reasons. That is to lose weight. If I just probe a little, then they say to get fit. So that's it. And there was so many other health benefits exercise was offering, and people didn't even know about it. That's when I said, no. My background is social work, okay? I said, no, I must take this across all over India and get every Indian to exercise for the right reasons. That's when I started, Get Fit India
movement.
Then, as things went on, it became Get Fit India the right way because people were doing the wrong way.
That's so true.
Yes. So that was about, when I became an aerobic instructor 21 years ago. Then in 2018, the central government, Modi ji, introduced Fit India movement. And I was the first one to be chosen as Fit India ambassador from South India.
That's such an honor.
Yeah. Unfortunately, COVID happened and things changed, the priorities changed, and everything was online. And then elections started. And, right now, Fit India can do a lot more work, but then they haven't done anything. And I feel they should start acting up because the fitness industry is going wild, crazy, and every individual is overdoing things, underdoing things, be it diet or exercise. Nothing is done in moderation these days. That worries me a lot because the health repercussions will be way too bad.
So I was like, when you mentioned about the Get Fit India movement, I had seen few clippings of you. This exactly happened during COVID when you were worried about kids sitting at home because their activity was from 100% to 0% and all of their screen time went up. So your one video really caught my attention there, where you kind of spoke more about how kids should be active and at home what kind of activities they could start doing. Do you want to talk about it a bit?
Yeah, my book is also called You Have an Excuse, I Have an Exercise, because it's 20 years in media, print, electronic, that is television, radio, and print. And I've come across so many viewers, listeners, readers who interact with me on social media. They ask me questions about their kids, about senior citizens, about themselves, about menopause and teenagers and things like that. And so, I know every excuse of people, valid and invalid. And that's when I wrote the book, You Have an Excuse, I Have an Exercise. And kids, get neglected the most at the current, even without COVID. They are glued to their mobile phones and, the games that they play. And they don't know what going out and playing is. So when I go out, step on the streets, and I see a bunch of kids playing, I give them all a thumbs up and I say, keep going, guys. That cockles my heart, and I feel so happy that these kids are on the street, away from their mobile phones. So at this point, I would like to tell parents who are listening to this, you are responsible for them to get on the street and enjoy the life that you had as a child. You are what you are because of those kind of activities that you enjoyed when you were a kid. Create that atmosphere. So these days, most of them live in apartments. Lot of people, majority. I want them to gang up, have a community and encourage children. Everybody gets out at 5 o'clock, fix a time and plays together. So that way you'll foster, this childhood games that you have played. Introduce them. Everybody's forgotten what we played. So you've forgotten everything. Lagori, catch the cat, and hide and seek, and all those things. Hopscotch. Yes. You know what? Even in my studio, even to date, we play hopscotch.
You do? Oh, wow.
One of the step movements is hopscotch.
Very nice.
So, of course, we name it as a single, double, double.
That's
Just like that.
And also the skipping, I think that's completely lost, right? I don't see any kids playing with rope nowadays.
If they don't even jump rope.
Yeah, they don't know.
Single, but imagine we used to do double and we used to do 3 people and we used to do multiple things. And to date, what do you think is the best part of your life, childhood, right?
That's so
Yeah,
true.
there's so many things that you can associate your childhood with. And if you do the same game or activity here and you're relaxed, and you go back to your time, isn't it?
Very true.
And you feel very nice and comforting. So there was an experiment that they did years ago. This was a research. This was done in America.
Okay.
And a bunch of senior citizens were put in a room. Okay. And they made them do all the activities that they did when they were youngsters. You won't believe their stress levels came down, and all the lifestyle diseases that they had, was a lot more under control. So it shows the connect to our childhood is very, very high. So I want parents out there to create that opportunity for your children so that they have something to take care of home. Yeah. Otherwise, it's just a screen all the time.
Good that you brought it up, because at Sugarfit, we have 3 major interventions. One, of course, the diet intervention, one fitness intervention, and one more mindfulness. Mindfulness, we can't neglect anything, right? So one such intervention, what we really focus more on is to ask our users to start back one such hobby which they did in their childhood.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes, this has the same strategy what you just mentioned, because the stress level, comes down drastically. They go back to their childhood, practice those same, like be it painting, be it art, craft, whatever it is. We just ask them to pick up those hobbies which they did when they were young. So thank you so much for sharing it. That research is something which we also follow at Sugarfit.
There's one activity that we do in our studio. It's with a physio ball. And we do a lot of bouncing activities and all this stuff. Everything goes back to childhood. I literally say, stop, over. They don't stop at all. They enjoy doing it. They feel so happy. The endorphin high is so high.
That's so true.
That's such a feel-good factor. Trust me, you guys should try it. If you're at home, just pick up a ball and bounce it up or down and, things like that.
We do a lot of employment activities in office. I think one such activity could be planned for sure. I'll definitely let them know.
I would love to do that. Yes.
Thank you so much. So, we want to really know, what are your top strategies or tips for maintaining fitness and wellness amidst this hectic lifestyle? You did give us few pointers on going back to something which we used to do when we were as kids. But I think if people are coming to your fitness studio, or if people are willing to do something by themselves, half the battle is already sorted. But for those who are not yet there yet, what are your top strategies? How do you want to attract them? How do you usually do it now?
You know what? It's the mindset that I want you all to change. Number one is, exercise is always about losing weight. Even to date, information on your fingertips, but to date, people work out only to lose weight and nothing else. They have to change that mindset from lose weight to healthy.
Correct.
Health should be their priority. Prioritize health. Only when you have health can you enjoy life. Everybody has a huge, long bucket list and dreams. Okay, how will you strike it off without health and fitness? You cannot do it.
Absolutely
so I want you to change your mindset. I am doing this for my health. Weight loss is happening in the kitchen. Okay, 70%, some say 70, some say 80, but I still say 70 happens in the kitchen. And 30% is at your gym. All right, studio workout. So I want you to change your mindset, and that's when things start happening. Because your focus is only health. Oh yeah, I'm getting better, I'm feeling better, I'm feeling stronger, I'm getting fitter. That is my focus. So I'll continue to work out. Weight loss. They're not even, first of all, change their diet, and they expect one workout to make them, shrink. It doesn't happen that way. So they're not reaching their goals. They give up. So, I've been trying for 1 month. I don't see any change. I'm going to go back to eating.
That's so
I'm
true.
stopping exercise. I cannot do it. So that's the first strategy that they have to do it. The second would be, get up early in the morning. First thing in the morning, finish your workout. So nobody wants you at that time. Doorbell is not ringing. Okay, no phone calls. Nobody wants you in the house.
No sudden
at
plans.
At that time, nobody is dropping into your house. Be done with your workout. By 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, you won't even remember that you have exercised. You're done. If you postpone it to, I'll do that 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. All the things that I said earlier will happen. People drop in, guests come in, children want you, phones ringing, doorbells ringing. So you will never do a workout that way.
That's the excuse.
Best time to work out is early morning when nobody needs you. The last one is strategy, you said, right? What would I say? There are plenty. Let me take the sharpest one,
Yes.
which will like to keep lifestyle disease away.
Very important in
Very
today's era.
important.
Yeah.
Stress, stress is like ruling us, even if you exercise. Okay, if you are stressed, the possibility of gaining weight is very, very high. Plus, inviting lifestyle diseases high. Diabetes is one of them, stress related. So you have to manage your stress, and exercise is a stress buster.
Yeah.
So I want you to go back and focus on exercising early in the morning, first thing in the morning, and even if it's 30 minutes walk, good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with that, I would like to attach one more.
Yeah.
Okay. Even if you've finished 1 hour of exercise in the morning, you still need to take constant breaks and move all through the day to prevent stiffness in your muscles and joints, to promote blood circulation and injuries. So this way you will not get injured. So it doesn't mean if you finish exercising in the morning, you are allowed to sit the rest of the day.
The jargon, active couch potato.
Well, yeah. That is
1
very
hour of workout in the
important.
morning and whole day if they sit.
They're
doing nothing but that. Yeah.
It's not done that way.
So true.
So there's something else that they have to practice.
Yeah.
It's like, it's called NEAT.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The doorbell rings, you be the first one to go and open the doorbell.
Yes.
Okay. That means that you're getting activity.
Walk and talk on the phone.
Oh yeah, walk and talk on the phone. Take the stairs, not the
Yes.
elevator, and take constant breaks from your desk.
Right.
Television and things like that, and your phone. And I can show people so many exercises using their phone. Okay, when they are on a conversation,
Yes.
the best thing to do is call up the most talkative person that you know. And you can squeeze in exercises that way. You
That's
just
a
have to
strategy
say,
there.
You just have to say, and you continue to work out.
Wow.
You can do lunges, you can do squats, you can walk around, you can do push-ups, you can do everything.
I think
You
we'll
know
add
what
that
it
in our
is.
intervention.
Oh, you should.
We'll ask our coaches to, find that one talkative friend of yours and then probably call them every day.
Yes. And that person will feel very special. You buy some bonding,
Yes.
and you're getting workout.
That's a lovely strategy. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
No, my pleasure.
Ma'am, again, coming back to your book, it's such a catchy title. You have an excuse, I have an exercise.
Yes.
Right? When did this idea come up? I mean, probably people just keep giving you excuses and that's what happened. I don't know, but I want you to just talk a bit more on that.
So on social media back then, Facebook was ruling, okay, and emails also, because I would never give my number on any of the television shows or radio shows. So they could reach out to me on my email ID, and of course Facebook was there. Internet was not that high back then, so I would always get lame excuses. So I knew every excuse, like I said earlier, and valid and invalid. And every problem has a solution.
So
okay, if it has one or more solution, it's not a problem at all.
At all.
Yeah.
Rightly said. Yeah.
So it just have to be, they had to make up their mind, be willing to do, and things would happen. So I would do a bit of counseling there, and things would change. I was surprised, like so many people have changed, transformed their lives with just the tips that I have given them. And and on television also, they're like, I'm famous for some dialogues. I didn't know, they told me. And when they're eating, the dialogue comes to their mind.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Can you give us an example?
Yeah, there's a chutney ne culprit. So they write to me and tell me about these things, As I remember this dialogue even to date. And, when I'm eating, your face comes in front of me.
Whenever I'm eating chutney, I think from now on, whenever I eat chutney, your face is
Moderation is okay. Yeah.
Lovely.
So so I'm glad I wrote that book. But then now information is on your fingertips, like I said.
No, that's the whole point. Like people, if they choose to, even think about something like this, half the battle is solved.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. So
it's about willingness. And where there's a will, there is a way.
100%.
Yeah, you won't believe in my class, okay? I have so many stories about my classes, how they hold up things, everybody's like, what is there in that class that you're missing this, you're missing that? Why are you going on running to the class? This is important to you, or the class is important to you? There was this person, she's an ophthalmologist.
Okay.
And their whole family was leaving to OT. Okay. And she came, she attended the class, and then she went. From there, she changed and she went.
Oh.
And, she held the entire bus in front of the studio. She made them wait for 1 hour. She finished the class and she went.
That dedication, I tell you. I mean,
that mindset they need to have, because of my constantly telling them this is right, this is wrong, this is why we should do it. It reprogrammed their, thoughts about
thought process.
exercise.
Yeah,
thought process.
that is so lovely.
Yes.
I want to like really understand the secret behind your motivation, because we hardly get to see people like you today, right? Like, how are you so energetic, motivated? Is there any secret ingredient, you know, like something which would have probably impacted your childhood days? Someone who you still look up and get inspired?
No. You know what? I always wanted to live a meaningful life, a quality life, life to the fullest, and wanted to make my trip to planet Earth a memorable one. That was my motto.
Yeah.
As I'm not just going to come and go like everybody did. I'm going to make an impact. I'm going to make a difference to the society. I'm going to live life to the fullest. So that is my passion, the driving force behind me. And that's no stopping me. The kind of food that I eat, the kind of exercises I do, it's like naturally I'm energetic. I think also it's the passion to live a quality life.
Yeah.
Comes naturally.
That's so true. But also having a very supportive family is also, I think, matters a lot in today's era and generation, right? So do you want to share something about your family? Like,
oh yeah, surely. But I get so many emails about people, saying that their family is not cooperating, even for them to step out and exercise.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're doing it for your good. When you're strong, you can do a lot more work for your family. Why aren't they allowing you to do it? If you're somebody who's doing that, please, I want you to correct it. Allow your, spouse to go out and exercise, or child to go out and exercise. She's getting fit, strong, and keeping herself healthy. And economically, she will be free, and she'll not be a burden on you.
Yes.
Financial.
Less stress, less fight.
Less fight, yeah. Yeah. And she'll be able to do more work for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my children and my family, they grew up looking at me working out, eating healthy.
Yeah.
And when they would go to school, they would get orange chapati, roti, red roti, and green roti.
Wow.
Okay, back then I used to put pala, beetroot, and carrot, and if you reduce a little of beetroot, it becomes pink.
Yes.
So I used to send color.
And kids love pink.
Pink.
Yeah.
They would take it to the dabba, in their dabba. And other kids would see it.
Yes.
Then the parents would call me up. What are you putting in the box that my children also want the same thing? I would willingly share that.
How sweet. Yeah.
So they grew up this way. Okay, this is the way life has to be led. Yeah. Exercise, eat healthy, sleep on time. So they thought that's how life is lived. This is where I want you to pick up the point, guys. Yeah. I want you to be a role model for your child. Whatever you want your child to be, you be there first. Because you be that. Yes. Because children mimic us. You are their role model. This is what I want you to do. Yeah. Okay? I want you to wake up on time, early. If you're lethargic, you smoke, you drink alcohol, you eat unhealthy, you order food from outside all the time.
Right.
The child thinks that is the way we live. We have to live life. That is life.
That's so true. That's so true.
Yeah. So I'm so glad my children, to date, both of them exercise. They are like, I wouldn't call them freaks, because freak is an extreme word. They're very health conscious people. Both of them exercise. And their spouse also exercise. That's the best part.
That's so nice. Yeah.
So the whole family, if you want to go out, this is how it is. We'll choose a restaurant which serves healthy food. Even on a cheat day. So cheat day also, we order one dessert and share and things like that. Because that's our engineering, inner engineering.
No, it's good because, healthy is also overrated.
Oh, yeah.
Anything and everything, they're claiming healthy nowadays.
Healthy, exactly.
So,
true.
I mean, your strategy is bang on. I would say that,
Thank you.
And very good point you brought up, about sleeping at the right time. I think I see even in my office nowadays, because I don't know if it's because of work, it's because of family, it could be any multiple reason. But
it's because of blue screen exposure.
Even that.
Yeah.
They go to bed only by 1, 2 in the night.
Exactly.
And they wake up really late. The circadian rhythm is completely disrupted.
Yes.
Gone for a toss. I cannot say that. I'll not be surprised if the next 10, 20 years, they'll end up being diabetic or some other metabolic disorder is waiting for them.
Possible,
right?
Yes.
So, how do you think this can be corrected now? Because you did mention blue screen, but apart from that, sleeping so late in the night, the culture, the thing what we used to, I mean, in my house, 9 o'clock lights are completely dim and 9:30 it's off. No matter what we do.
Even now?
Even now.
That's nice.
Yeah. So my daughter, 9:30, she's already sleepy. Yeah. So, but I think how to, like people say that you have to sleep for 7 to 8 hours. That's enough. So I sleep at 2 o'clock in the night. I wake up at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I mean, like how to break this
Exactly.
culture.
So that's what they tell me also. I go to a lot of parties, and if I'm around up to 11 o'clock, they only ask me, how come, Wanitha, you're still there? I'm the Cinderella of the party.
Yeah.
I'm the first one to leave because I know the importance of sleep.
Yeah.
When you are sleeping, your body gets an opportunity. Your central nervous system has an opportunity to, work on your at cellular level.
Yes.
It rejuvenates, then repairs.
It detoxifies.
Detoxifies, forms new cells, because the focus is for central nervous system. It doesn't have to listen, doesn't have to talk, doesn't have to smell or taste.
So
it doesn't have to do any of those things. Okay, so it can completely focus on healing us. That is why it's called the beauty sleep. No amount of parlor visits or buying expensive creams will help you beautify yourself unless you get your beauty sleep. So get this right. And again, go back to your rules. What time did earlier generation sleep?
Exactly.
Yeah. 7:30 max, I think they would all be in bed, and early morning they would wake up. So I want you to correct that. Go back to your rules. If you want to live healthy, whether it is eating or exercise or lifestyle, go back to your roots. That will fix every problem of yours. So hardly you would hear anybody being diabetic way back then, right?
Exactly.
This was unheard of.
Yeah.
Like
and now diabetes is everywhere.
You can count on your fingers.
Yeah.
Yes.
So any few simple yet effective stretches or, like maybe mobility exercises that you think is a must-do factor no matter what exercise routine a person is doing in general days, right? If you can just give us few exercises that you feel is really, really important no matter what age they are in or, what kind of activity they follow. Few people are too much into cardio, few into strength and few into HIIT also. But one or two stretches or exercises which you feel is very, very important for us.
So, I'm talking about the desk job people, okay? Lots of people hold desk jobs.
Oh, we all are.
Yeah, and there are people who hold remote controls for, hours together and do not move from the couch. So, movement is very important. We were meant to move. I want you to take constant breaks from your workstation or your television set and break into walks. That itself is good enough and recommended, okay? The most common problem that we see these days is carpal tunnel syndrome. Thanks for typing. Frozen shoulder. Then spondylitis. Then apart from that, they have knee problem and lower back problem. Yeah. So all these are, the new age issues. Earlier back then, none of them had any of these problems. I'm not very sure, what more problems we'll have in the future. So one though is eyesight. That is also going to, take a beating in the future.
Yeah.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah. So I want people to do stretches as many as possible. And, it's not one time you stretch and you are done with it.
Okay.
I want you to do it on hourly basis. So the number one stretch would be your biceps. See this whole forearm, the back of your hand stretches. This is a lovely stretch,
Wow.
It feels so good.
Just the pull is like...
Yes, it's a feel-good factor, especially if you've been doing this for hours together. It's such a feel-good factor. The other one would be like this. Okay, now stretches. Wow, how long should you be holding it? For effectively 30 seconds to 1 minute. Okay, or more. Maximum 2 minutes. Okay, like in yoga.
Yeah.
So you're just going to, okay, I've stretched. You won't even...
It's not effective at
all. I want you to hold it for minimum 30 seconds to maximum 1 minute. So when you're working, you can continue to do your work, read a mail and continue to stretch. That's simple as that. So now let me tell you one more thing that is happening these days is your upper back muscles are overstretched. Okay, your chest muscles are constricted because you're like this. So constricted chest muscles, overstretched upper back. So I want you to do the reverse of it. Take both your hands behind you, lock it, take it away from you and pull your shoulders back, chin parallel to the floor and hold it for 1 minute.
Wow.
It's such a good feel-good factor, and also your lungs will get an opportunity to breathe.
Oh, wow.
So practice, this is the upper body stretches. For lower body stretches, you can do a lot more things like, get on the chair. You can just put your feet up on the chair like this and pull your toes. Reach it with your hands. If you cannot reach it, just turn your toes towards you. That's one of the ways that
For the
we
lower
can,
back.
lower body,
Lower
leg,
body.
leg.
Okay.
Yeah, for lower back, you can do many things. There's one more gluteal stretch that you can sit and do right on your chair. Cross your leg as figure 4. Okay, like right now I have crossed my leg figure 4. I'm just going to lean forward. So it stretches my lower back and my gluteal muscle. It's a very good stretch.
Wow.
And it feels really good.
Oh, I know few, like people who are really, like stiff and are struggling with their lower back issues.
Oh my God.
And to an extent that doctors have asked them to stop working and go back to our native places.
Oh,
so I have one of my tenants also like that.
My
So
God.
this is such a lovely exercise. And it's very easy as well.
Yeah, but this is a stretch. So they need to strengthen also.
Strengthen
So everything should be monitored by a certified trainer. They can't do things on their own, especially their lower back. They should be super
very dangerous.
Very dangerous. Yes.
So true. So true. I want to also ask you about one thing. The fancy, like trackers nowadays. We have so many fitness devices and trackers and gadgets. What is your thought about that? Do you use it for yourself?
I use it because it adds the look. Okay, it completes my fitness look.
Right.
And also to just get my 10,000 steps. Once I get my 10,000 steps, it clocks it, I just remove it. If you have noticed that of late, there are a lot of youngsters who don't wear fitness trackers because they have done their, Google search. The rays are bad for us.
Okay.
That emits from the phone. It's a tracker, right?
Tracker, yeah.
The rays that come out of the tracker is not good for the body. And lots of people, including my children, are off fitness trackers. So they don't even care about their 10,000 steps, but they don't wear it. So for me, to complete the look, I wear it. And by 12 o'clock, I would have finished my 10,000 steps. After that, I
So very minimal exposure, but you want to just track it for your...
Yes. So people who are wearing it day and night, I want you to consider this, speak to a specialist and do your own homework. And consider that.
Thank you so much. So what are your thoughts on rest and recovery days? I think nowadays, if somebody wants to achieve a goal, I think they don't even consider this and they just go on this mad run of achieving that goal, right?
Exactly.
Because you've been consistent all this while in so many years. I think you'll be the best person to answer this question.
Exactly. That's a good question. And, that is something, people are obsessed with their bodies, obsessed with their workouts, obsessed with posting about it on social media, the number of steps, how many reps they did, how much they lifted, and all those things, And, in the bargain, your body is getting beaten up, right, left, and center.
Yeah.
Especially if you have done strength training, any worked out muscle has to rest for 48 hours to recover.
Wow.
So along with that rest, you need protein also, adequate protein.
Totally.
So if you are exercising without rest and protein, then you're leading yourself to weight gain, okay, because you're losing out on your muscles, right?
Yes.
And stress, you're putting your body to stress, and also you're not allowing your body to rest. So it is a major no-no and it's a disaster. So I don't want you to do that. Even machines, huge machines require rest.
That's
right?
so true.
So who are you? Just a human being. So you need to rest too. So recover, rest is very important. Sleep is very important.
Sleep is very important.
Rest day is very important. I want you to work out from Monday to Saturday. Sunday, be active. And you don't be a couch potato, but don't exercise intensively. That's very important.
Thank you so much. ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಕನ್ನಡ ಜನತೆಗೆ ಕೆಲವು ಕನ್ನಡ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳು ಕೇಳಿ ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ಮಧುಮೇಹ ಅಥವಾ ಡಯಾಬಿಟೀಸ್ ಅಂತ ನಾವೇನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ 10 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಇರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಇವಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲಾರ್ಗು ಐ ಮೀನ್ ನೀವೇ ಎಷ್ಟು ಲಕ್ಷಾಂತರ ಜನರನ್ನ ನೋಡಿರ್ತೀರಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಸುಮಾರು ಜನ ಬಂದ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಇವಾಗ ನಂಗೆ ಸಕ್ಕರೆ ಕಾಯಿಲೆ ಇದೆ, ನಂಗೆ ಮಧುಮೇಹ ಇದೆ, ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನನ್ಗೆ ಸೊಂಟ ನೋವಿದೆ, ನಂಗೆ ಮಂಡಿ ನೋವಿದೆ, ಮಂಡಿ ಸಪ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಈ ತರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡಯಾಬಿಟೀಸ್ ಜನತೆಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮಧುಮೇಹ ಇರೋರ್ಗೆ ಅಂತ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಫಿಟ್ನೆಸ್ ಇದೆಯಾ, ಏನಾದ್ರು ರೂಟೀನ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆಯಾ, ಅಥವಾ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದ ಸೇಮ್? ಇವಾಗ
ಇಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಫಿಟ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಂತ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ನೀವ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ರಿ 10 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಇದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ಕೊತಾ ಇರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಕಾಣಿಸ್ಕೊತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ. ಈಗ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಯಾಕೆಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ದಿನನಿತ್ಯದ ಶೈಲಿ ಬದಲಾಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ನಾ ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ, ನಂಬರ್ 1 ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್, ಎಲ್ಲಕ್ಕೂ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್. ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಗಾಡಿ ಓಡಿಸೋದೇ ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್. ಈಗ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನೇನೋ ಹಾಕದೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಲೈಕ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಲೈಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಲೈಕ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್. ಈ ತರ ನ್ಯೂ ಏಜ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ಗಳು ಹುಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿವೆ. ಬಟ್ ನಾವು ತಿನ್ನುವಂತ ಆಹಾರ ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ, ಮೊದಲಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಲ್ಲೂ ಒಂದು ಹೋಟ್ಲ್ ಇರ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ ಹೋಟ್ಲಲ್ಲಿ ಊಟ ತಿಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬರ್ಬೇಕಿತ್ತು. ಈಗ ಬರೀ ಒಂದು ಫೋನಲ್ಲಿ ಒತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಗಿಲಿಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಂಗೂ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಏನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ, ತಂದ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ತಿನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಆ್ಯಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ನಾವ್ ಇವಾಗ ಒಂದ್ ಐಟಮ್ ತಗೊಳಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಇಡ್ಲಿನೇ ತಗೋಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಸ್ಕ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಇನ್ವೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಫುಡ್, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ಹಸಿವು ಇದ್ದಾಗಂತೂ ಅದನ್ನು ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡೋಣ, ಇದನ್ನು ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡೋಣ ಅಂತ ಆಸೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಅವರು ಈ ಬಿಲ್ ಇಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡಿದೀರಾ, ನೀವು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 30 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಬಿಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಫ್ರೀ ಇದು ಡೆಸರ್ಟ್ ಕಳಿಸ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೂ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕಳಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀರಾ. ಈಗ ಕೂತಲ್ಲೇ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾವು ಮಧುಮೇಹ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಎಕ್ಸರ್ಸೈಸ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಒಬ್ಸೆಷನ್ ವಿತ್ ಸೀರೀಸು, ಇದು ಟಿವಿ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು, ಅದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ, ಸೀರಿಯಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಟು ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಬಿಂಜ್ ವಾಚಿಂಗು, ಇದರಿಂದಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ದಿನನಿತ್ಯದ ಶೈಲಿ ಬದಲಾಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಇದು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಇದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನಾವು ತುಂಬಾ ಅಡಲ್ಟ್ರೇಟೆಡ್ ಫುಡ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಹಿಡನ್ ಶುಗರ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಸಾಸಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾವು ತಿನ್ನುವಂತ ಪ್ಯಾಕೇಜ್ಡ್ ಫುಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಿಡನ್ ಶುಗರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ನೀವ್ ಎಷ್ಟೇ ಲೇಬಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟೇ ನೋ ಶುಗರ್ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ಲಿ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಶುಗರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ ಅದರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಆದಷ್ಟು ಅವಾಯ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಇಂದ ಕುಕಿಂಗ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲೇ ಇರಬೇಕು, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅಡುಗೆ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲೇ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಆ ಥರ ತಿಂದು ನೋಡಿ, ನೀವು ಎಷ್ಟೋ ರೋಗಗಳನ್ನ ದೂರ ಇಡ್ಬೋದು, ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಬರ್ದಂಗೂ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೋದು. ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೂ ಅದನ್ನು ಈ 10 ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋದ್ರಿಂದ 20-25 ವರ್ಷದವರೆಗೂ ತಳ್ಬೋದು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಟ್ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ವೆರಿ ಲೆಸ್. ಆದಷ್ಟು ಕುಕ್ ಫುಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಸ್ಕ್ರ್ಯಾಚ್ ಇನ್ ಯೋರ್ ಹೌಸ್. ಹೋಮ್ ಕುಕ್ ಫುಡ್ ಪ್ರಿಫರ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಹೋಗಿದೆ ಇಂಗ್ರೀಡಿಯೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ
ಗೊತ್ತಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ,
ಟೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮೇಕರ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಏನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಲ್ಲ, 80% ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಡಯಟ್. ನೀವೇನ್ ತಿಂತೀರಾ ಅದು ಮುಖ್ಯ. 20-30% ಫಿಟ್ನೆಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್, ಬಟ್ ತಿನ್ನೋದು, ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಗಮನ ಕೊಡೋದು ತುಂಬಾ ಮುಖ್ಯ,
ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯ.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And finally, I think going back to your phrase, make your trip to planet Earth a memorable one. So this kind of, like having your own footprint, even when I am not there tomorrow.
Yes.
Right? So is that what you really meant by it? And what are your thoughts?
No. Make my trip to planet Earth a memorable one. So tomorrow when I'm gone, or going, and they say, you will see my 60mm picture. Oh, I did that. Oh, I did that. Oh, I did that. Oh, I did that. I enjoyed life. Oh, good. Now I'm good to go. So, what's the point of living, if you have not enjoyed life to the fullest, truly enjoyed life. You should see everything. Like we all have a bucket list. Keep striking. I've done this. I've done this. I've done this. I've done this. So, if you want to do all that, you need fitness and good health on your side, not money. Money is secondary. Even if you have money, like, if you're not able to do anything because of your knee problem, lower back problem, diabetes and things like that, what's the point? So somebody's cutting the cake, and if you're not diabetic, you can enjoy the cake. Otherwise you can enjoy it with your eyes. That's it. So these are the things that you should keep in mind. There are a lot of people who say, hey, eat nicely, anyway you'll get diabetes later with age. I'm like, no, you don't have to. If you eat now, pakka you will get it. Mindlessly indulging every meal, you'll pakka get it. Even before your time, you will get it.
That's so true.
Eat in moderation throughout your life. Enjoy everything throughout your life. It's not necessary. Like my mom is not diabetic at all. She's 76.
Wow.
So my brother and sister both are diabetic because they lead a stressful life. So dad is diabetic, genetically so I'm not diabetic. All right. So you just see in the family how it goes. My mother is a stress-free, happy-go-lucky, lively, loving person who does gardening, which is her stress buster.
Stress buster, and also fitness-wise as well.
Fitness-wise, yes. See, so that's how it is. Yeah, we all have to take care of our life, our health, and nobody is going to come and save you except yourself.
Basically, nutshell is prioritize yourself.
Exactly.
Prioritize your health.
And
that is what leads to happiness and
exactly.
long-term, like
health is
stress-free life. That's 100%.
Health is wealth, yes.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was so lovely to talk to you.
Likewise, Annie.
Yeah, and what an inspiration, I must say. And finally, to meet you in person, it was a privilege. And to be our first podcast speaker,
I'm honored.
So lovely. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and keep up the good work, Sugarfit. And I'm so glad you're doing so much, for the society, community, and you're helping a lot of people. Today I was here and I saw people sharing their story, and I was so happy because for me, I want my India to be fit, strong, and healthy the right way. And I want everybody to be independent and not being dependent on others financially, physically, and lead a happy life. And that is what I dream for my country. And I hope we all together can do that. Thank
Definitely.
you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, my
ma'am.
dear. Thank you.